What's up, guys? Welcome back to PhillyCheeseGaming. My name's Philip and you can call me Philly Cheese. Today I'm bringing you our very first showcase settlement. We're going to be taking a look at Fort Independence. This is my main base of operations, and I'm really proud of all the things I managed to accomplish here with the vanilla console version of the game. The only bug we used was the settlement size bug. If you don't know about that, you can look it up on YouTube. Basically, you're just going to be taking weapons, dropping them on the ground in your settlement, going into settlement mode, and then storing those weapons into your settlement workshop. That's going to decrease your size meter. You don't want to go too crazy with this because you can bug out your game, but as you can see, I've gone well above the limit, probably 3 or 4 times what you're supposed to build here, and things still run pretty well. So, without further ado, let's take a look at Fort Independence, shall we? So right here we've got our main gate. I patched up all the walls around the fort. They're all busted up. I've got a guard tower up here. I've got defenses overwatching the place. That's one of the few bugs I do notice is the spotlights are on and functioning, but they don't really cast light. That happens at a lot of my settlements. Anyway, as we come in here through the main gate, we got one more turret just to say hello. And we've got our entryway. Now I've got a guard that's assigned to this. The idea is he's sort of an armed welcome wagon, but he doesn't like to hang around. I think it's something with this settlement. My guards tend to patrol around the walls a lot. But anyway, moving on. As we head inside, we've got our main market building and bar. We've got our living quarters. In the back, we've got a hospital, and my personal living quarters are up around the wall here. So let's start with the mall. I built everything elevated just so we can continue to walk around on the bottom. So all these are, what the hell are you doing here? Alright, whatever. She's one of my vendors. I don't know why she's over there and not at her weapon stand, but I've got my vendor area. I've got a nice little area for people to chill afterwards. You know, some more shopping. If we head upstairs from here, we've got the Sky Bar. Beautiful view of the surrounding coastline, the Commonwealth. You know, we got some entertainment, some seating, fully functioning bar. Alright. Heading back out from the bar, let's go ahead and check out the living quarters next. We head up the stairs here. We've got, you know, what the? It's because I said there's no bugs. That's why this is happening. Anyway, as you can see, we've got a nicely kitted out living area that continues on up to a 3rd floor, where we have a couple more beds and a nice lounge area, you know, Netflix and chill, if you know what I mean. Alright, continuing out from here, we've got a walkway that heads over our main entrance and leads to the guard tower. So let's go check out the guard tower next. I'm pretty proud of the way the guard tower turned out. So I've got a living area specifically for this guard. And if we come up here, he's got a full view and an actual functioning guard post. Now he's supposed to sit up here with his sniper rifle and keep an eye on the main road. I even assigned him to the bed down there so that he'd always be here. He's got some stuff so he can keep his weapons in good working order. But like I said, the guards in the castle tend to like to patrol the walls a lot. So, what can you do? Anyway, heading back outside from here, you can see I got all our food set up out along the walls. That continues out kind of in every direction along the walls. I've got food set up, organized by type. So I've got potatoes, and then razor grain, and then over here I've got mute fruit, and on the other side I've got some corn and stuff. So continuing along from here, we've got a little basketball court, got a little scoreboard. 113 to 103. Pretty good game so far. Moving along from there, we've got my house. Got some nice set of power armor sitting guard up top. Let's go ahead and head in and take a look, shall we? Now, coming into the main entry, you know, got a nice little entrance area. Lovely kitchen, seating for everybody. Sometimes they come in here and hang out, you know. Got another entertainment area. And then here's the master bedroom. I had a hell of a time getting this door piece to fit in here, by the way. I basically had to place it first and then put little patch walls around it, as you can see here. And there's some gaps, but it works pretty well, I think. This wall was easy to put in. It was putting the patches around it. That's why it's not attached to a real wall. The door walls are super finicky. Anyway, coming inside, we've got a little reading area. Lots of cats because cats. Let's see. Storage. You know, we've got, you know, Piper and I live here together. So we've got all of her stuff. We got all my stuff, you know, some shared stuff. And stuff and things. We like stuff and things. Heading back into the main way, there's the stairway, but there's also a little bit of a secret. In my playthrough, I have allied with the railroad. So, oh, what's all this? What's all this? Oh my gosh, it's a secret railroad halfway house for synths. Excellent. They can come here, hang out, hide out. No one's the wiser. And if they are, I'll shoot them. It's my house. Coming up the stairs, we've got a nice little work area for Piper to work on her articles. You know, you can work on some turret support, stuff like that. Little game room. And we've got my workshop. All my crafting, all my weapons. I try to collect all the legendaries that I can, even if I never use them, and slap them into these chests and crates here. All sorts of workshops. Up here is the master bathroom. You know, just keeping it classy. I wish it would let me put in a sink, actually, because it lets me put in this lovely sign: employees must wash hands before returning to work. But it won't let me build a sink, so my employees are screwed. Deacon, you want to play some pool? Kick your ass. Alright. Along from here is an area I'm pretty proud of. This is sort of my collection room. I'm something of a comic and toy collector, so I really wanted to incorporate that into my house. So we've got a lot of magazines. Here's all the independent books, as I like to call them. Here's all the real magazines and comics. You know, we got some bobbleheads. Still got a lot to find, as you can see. You know, just a small collection of fun items, some toys, lunchbox, some Silver Shroud stuff. I love the Silver Shroud quest. Reminds me of The Shadow. I'm a big The Shadow fan, so that was really cool that was in this game. Heading out along the back porch. We've got a nice little outdoor eating area here. It's all lit up pretty nicely at night. And we've got some rooftop access in case I need to work on power or anything, access that power armor suit, whatever. I might actually build something up here. I haven't really decided yet. The back porch also connects around the side of the building, just kind of for ease of access, to this little front balcony here, which leads back to the second floor of the house. So, we gotta talk to me down here. Hey buddy, how you doing? Yeah, you're a good dog. Alright. Continuing along from here, let's go check out the hospital. Oh, that sign's really getting washed out by the sun, isn't it? We'll pass through our little outdoor eating area here. Very nice, very cozy. Hey, how's it going, Preston? How's the coffee? Alright, very good. So we've got this hospital sign. This thing was a pain to make. I don't know if I'm ever going to make another lightboard sign. Getting it centered on the base so that it wasn't just floating, and then just the wiring and the resources involved, it's just a huge pain. It looks really cool, especially at night, but I don't know if it was worth it. So anyway, we've got our functioning hospital.
Do we know if there's anything I can do to lighten the load? Or, you know, do you need anything proofread?
Piper, I hear you, but I don't see you. I've been looking for you. Alright, well here we've got a waiting area. And our working doctor with a little mask on. Gotta stay sanitary. Heading up from here, as I mentioned before, we've got some mute fruit. There's the house again. There's the bar and everything. And got a guard post over here overlooking the back door, along with a lot of turrets. This is a good opportunity to go ahead and talk about numbers here, since I've got all these turrets here. As you can see, we've got a lot of defenses around the front and back entrance. I'm not taking any chances with this place. So, by the numbers, we have 209 defense. I've got 200 power running around. If you've noticed, no generators, except for maybe the one up there. I'll show you a little secret in a minute about my power usage. I've got 23 people, 42 food, 120 water, like I said, 200 power, 209 defense, 33 beds, and my happiness tends to average around 85. I haven't quite figured out how to get it any higher than that. I've seen all kinds of conflicting information online about how settler happiness works. But I've got food, I've got drink, I've got lights, I've got noisy objects tucked away. Again, we'll talk about that in a minute. I've got them, you know, shopping. I'm here all the time. So I don't know why their settlement happiness isn't just through the roof, because I'd be pretty happy here. Anyway, enough about that. As you can see up here, we've got a little bit of a power armor garage. I have several sets. I have even more sets than this at some of my other settlements. I don't really use power armor that much, but I'm something of a collector. So yeah, I have all kinds of different ones. This one over here I'm working on is my legendary set. I've only got the 2 pieces so far, but you know, working on it. Continuing around from there, we've got our artillery outpost, keeping watch, giving me fire support, and then we're back to the living quarters. So, let's go ahead and take a little shortcut here. Alright, about power. The castle is one of my favorite settlements because it allows for some unique opportunities with power. We have these big rooms here that are kind of tucked away. So you fill them up as much as you can with generators, string them out, and then when you exit settlement mode, you can close the door on the wires. It's crazy. Doesn't really make sense, but anyway, you can do that. It kind of keeps all the power out of the way, keeps the noise out of the way. I've used these spaces down here as well. I just wanted to really maximize. So there's like 3 rooms like that I have in all these corners of the settlement. There's one over this way, and another one, I think, in that corner. That are all just generator rooms like that are all shut away. And then finally, for everyone's convenience, we've got, you know, nice public restrooms here. I do have some bathrooms tucked away, actually, in the mall area and the guard tower, but they're so well hidden you can't even see them. And I forgot to mention them, but we're not going to go back. But anyway, that's my castle, you guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope maybe you learned a little bit from it. If you have any questions about how any of this was done, leave them in the comments, and I'll try to answer them as best I can. If I get enough questions, I'll do something of a, you know, behind-the-scenes settlement tour, if that's something you guys are interested in. But that's all I've got for now. I've got plenty more settlements to show you guys. We're going to do some Let's Builds. We're going to do some of this stuff together. It's going to be a grand old time. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Down in the field below. Tell all your friends about PhillyCheeseGaming so they know that you knew about it before it was popular. This is Philly Cheese signing off.